To talk about something that's been near and dear to my heart for a lot of years in this town, and that's our police department and our dispatch. And right now, they're going to ditch our dispatch. And we have some of the dispatchers here tonight and a police department member here, and they are as dismayed as the rest of us are. This is supposed to be a cost initiative move, but it is not. The numbers that they have don't compute, and I'm not a computer person, so they don't add up. This is the letter that they received. This is from our attorneys. We have a lady that's here tonight that received this letter, and that was her first knowledge of they are being terminated. Okay? This has not been brought to the board. It hasn't been voted on. It hasn't been discussed. I'm sure they're discussing it now. But the damage is already done. When we talk about cost initiative, all angles haven't been looked at. We've got money going out. We've got money being spent. That is questionable. I feel that when I asked the question at a meeting and asked about Kell Park and them taking over our dispatch service, and I indicated that I was informed that a contract had been signed. I was told it was not, and they were correct. They did not sign a contract. They signed an agreement. Linwood is interested in doing dispatch for us, which they are saying now that it's less costly with Calumet Park, which is how many miles away from us? And each call that they dispatch, we are being charged for. Every single call. The other day, according to my scanner, there was one person made 8 911 calls. Wow. Now, it was prank, it was stupid, but it had to be dispatched just in case. Each one of those calls cost us. If in the event they arrest somebody and they want to lock him up, we have the jail, we have cells. They can't do it anymore. Without dispatch in there, there's nobody to watch that prisoner. They will have to go to Chicago Heights. Chicago Heights is charging $100 a day, and we have to provide 3 meals for that person. And when it's time to go to court, we have to go do it. None of this has been taken into consideration. Also, the fact that you've got dispatchers, if they're going to Kell Park or wherever they're going, they're going to have to relocate. So you have to pull your kids out of school, and you have to get a job. You can't pay your rent or your utilities or anything when you don't have a job. So they're going to have to go wherever the job is. This is putting them in a really bad spot. You also have somebody that's a dispatcher that's on sick leave that would fit in with you. She's being treated for cancer. She's been through hell and back many times. What happens now when she's terminated? Is the insurance going to pay that all the costs? Right now she's going through radiation. And she's got a long way to go. But we're ditching the whole thing without a discussion. The part that bothers me the most is nobody had the decency to be transparent and talk about it at a board meeting. We have people sitting up there as our trustees that just do this. And then it's passed, and we don't even know sometimes what they just passed. All right, now you're talking about a whole lot of lives here. Our police department is in a shambles with the loss of our chief, who decided to retire under duress. You've got a deputy chief that has been told to her face that she won't ever get any further than what she is. As a matter of fact, they're going to demote her. This is cost saving, but on the same token, we might get a new chief from outside.
What?
Yeah, we're going backwards to the Tower State. Not only that, cost initiative, right? That's why we're doing this. Everything's cost initiative. But we have a new administrator. And the new administrator is going to be paid $80,000 a year. He's going to get $500 a month car allowance. Why? $500? I don't pay that much for my car payment for a brand new car. So why $500 a month for car allowance? $100 cell phone allowance. Why? The village has cell phones that employees have. So why would you give them $100 for a cell phone? Doesn't make sense. 2 weeks paid vacation, I guess that's fair. Paid sick leave, that's fair. Now here's the part that's got me really going wild. We can't afford to keep some of our people. We have laid people off. We have a Sherry Jasinski and one other lady for all of our work outside for code enforcement. The other lady, I mean, she's, growing with sawdust, waiting to get called back. But this man, who hasn't started yet, he starts May 1st, but he's in a closed session meeting. It says here, an appointment of the employee's choosing of a part-time administrative assistant. He hasn't even started working for us yet, he's getting an assistant. Without benefits, but with compensation not to exceed $2,300 a month. Now you add some of this stuff together. I'm sorry, but having our dispatch service over here, I'm comfortable with it, and I do have a scanner, and I listen to it, and I see how these guys move. Having a dispatch service 20 miles plus away scares the hell out of me. And I don't think that they have checked every angle before making this decision. I think this decision was made by select 2 people, and now they're talking about how we're going to get through this because it needs to be voted on. It's amazing to me on the accounts payable that was put out for last night's meeting. Derek Burgess is still a trustee. He had economic development during Howard's time, and he was in that for a while. I thought he was doing pretty good. I heard him talking to some people about the pipeline that's going through, and he was working on that diligently. But our mayor decided that he could do a better job than Derek could, so he took it away from him, and he was covered in himself. Now keep in mind economic development and cost initiative. How are we going to save money? Instead of him, and please don't get me wrong, he is the mayor, but he took on beautification committee. He took on economic development. He took on all sorts of things. And it's overwhelming, and I'm not saying it's not. But when you think that you can do better than somebody else, and then you pay somebody to do that job, we're not saving money. No. We're wasting money.
Right.
I will sum it up by saying, I've got a lot more to say, and what I'm saying, if anybody wants to see it, you're welcome to see it. I'm not lying to you. Dispatchers are here, are willing to talk to you. You need to be at board meetings, and although at times it appears that there's nothing you can say, nothing you can do, that's a lie, because we can. We've done it, we've proved it, and we can do it again, and we are going to do it again. we can't allow our whole town to be torn apart in the manner in which it's being torn apart. It takes people standing up and standing together. So, that's basically what I have to say for right now.